Hey guys, it's Mike Man WBA here, back again with another episode of Can't Stop Progress. We're here with Night 2 of the Super Strong Style 16 tournament for 2017. Not expecting as great a night as Night 1, but hopefully it'll be solid. We might as well just get straight into it. So, in front of 1,100 people in the Electric Ballroom, a capacity crowd, Jim Smallman is welcoming the crowd to Night 2 with a 33 E+, pretty standard there. For Jim, standard entrance that we've done for every show so far. As we go straight into match 1, where in a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, Jørn Simmons defeats Jack Sexsmith in 8:36 by pinfall. Sexsmith for a 32, Jørn Simmons with a 36. Sexsmith's dream is over. He will not be winning Super Strong Style 16, but he made it to the second round, so not too bad. He can't really be too unhappy with that. Just couldn't quite beat the pure size of Jørn Simmons there. No worker improvements there, unfortunately, but a 32 E+ for our first match. As we go into our second one, where in a decent match, the Iron Man, Joe Coffey, defeated the Kiwi buzzsaw Travis Banks in 12 minutes and 55 by a pinfall of a German suplex. A 46D, happy with that. Nice to see that when Coffey's with some slightly smaller workers, he can go for slightly longer matches. I remember, I think it was his first round match against Walter. I think we got punished for having the match too long, if I remember correctly. Travis Banks there with a 48, Joe Coffey with a 37. Coffey still not really improving, but the 37's not too bad. I'd hope for 40s by now. But a 46D for that match, which is quite good. As we go into our next segment, it's a promo with Pete Dunne on the microphone talking shit about WWE, NXT, about how him, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven are the best of Progress. That's why NXT have come for them. Mark Andrews is nearby, confronts Dunne, says, "You're not the best for NXT. I'm there as well." And Smallman says, even though, since you think you, Trent and Tyler are so good, you think you're the three best, even though Trent and Tyler aren't here tonight, you two are going to have a 3v3 match. So go out there and find 2 tag partners each. We'll see who the best 3 really are. So no worker improvements as I finally get through that little sentence there. 34 E+, not the best. You'd think that with these two, especially in Jim, in that segment, you'd be getting a bit better than a 34. But there you go. As we go into our next match, non-Super Strong Style, a bout that had decent wrestling, but not a lot of heat. The Hunter brothers defeated Sweet Jesus in 11:23 when Jim Hunter defeated Chuck Mambo by pinfall with a neckbreaker. Unfortunately, Lee Hunter was off his game, but still got the best score of the lot. Lee with a 43, Jim with a 42, Chuck Mambo with a 32, and Will Ever with 30. Basically, this match, it's obviously non-tournament, needed to fill in a couple of spaces. Had a couple of guys away with other companies, and basically Hunters had a couple of losses, and so I hadn't used either of Chuck Mambo or Will Ever yet, so stuck them together in a match, and the Hunters came out on top. So building a bit of momentum back up for the Hunters. As we go into our next match, we're in a poor match, unfortunately. Nixon Newell defeated Alex Windsor in 8:33 by pinfall with I think that's a Canadian destroyer that she uses, Welsh destroyer I think she calls it. Obviously here the Vulture Culture destroyer, I think that's her Attack Pro move set from when she teams with Chris Brooks as CCK. Nixon Newell unfortunately really off her game, only getting a 26, very disappointing for Nixon Newell. Alex Windsor though getting an impressive 37 for a 35 E+ women's match there. And then our next segment, Matt Riddle issues an Atlas Open challenge. Pretty standard, what they always do. And it's answered by Mikey Whiplash where in a decent match, Matt Riddle defeats Mikey Whiplash in 13 minutes 29 by pinfall. Riddle making defence number 3 of his Atlas Championship. Matt Riddle and Mikey Whiplash have great chemistry, and it showed in their performances. That's very nice to see. Matt Riddle with a 43, Mikey Whiplash with a 62. No work improvements. Mikey Whiplash, someone we'll look to bring in for a couple of matches, but probably won't use him too much. Even though he is very good, he just doesn't really fit in with any of my plans at the moment. So we might use him a couple of times, stick him in against the likes of maybe a Zach Gibson and Nathan Cruz, maybe a Joe Coffey, for example. Just throw him in against a couple of the bigger guys, see what they can do. And then in our next match, returning to the Super Strong Style tournament in a decent match, Mark Haskins progresses to the semi-final, defeating Axel Dieter Jr. in 11 minutes and 41 by pinfall with a cradle to the grave. Haskins with a 54, Dieter Jr. with a 45. Haskins improving his performance skills, so I'm very happy with that match. A 53 C-. Unfortunately, Axel Dieter Jr., after impressing in the first round, goes out in the second. But to Mark Haskins, he's one of the main guys in the company, so he can't have too many complaints. And then the final semi-final match. In a superb match, Will Ospreay defeats Sami Callihan in 14 minutes and 40 seconds by pinfall with a 6:30 splash. Callihan with a 53, Ospreay with a 69. So again, a very, very good match for Ospreay. Another good match for Callihan. Unfortunately, match was let down by the announcing. Otherwise, that could have jumped into the 60s. But Will Ospreay improving his performance skills. So probably one of the best matches of the series so far in terms of performances, rating and improvements. Ospreay into the semi-finals, where I believe he faces... I think he faces Joe Coffey in the next round. And I think it's then Jørn Simmons versus Haskins. As we go into the next segment. Sami Callihan debuts a new power spot that showcases his ability to Salwal. His psychology will be helped by being able to use it as a go-to spot in future. Very nice. Then Sami Callihan improving his psychology. Following that, Will Ospreay cuts a promo saying he's beat Jimmy Havoc, he's beaten Ricochet, he's on a run, he's beaten Sami Callihan now. He said he'd beat all your favourites. He will beat all your favourites. He's going to win Super Strong Style 16. So a 55 C- promo by Ospreay there after the match, which is nice. And then in a decent match, the final match, Mark Andrews has found his partners. Pete Dunne has found his partners. So Mark Andrews, Dave Mastiff, and the returning Rampage Brown defeat Nathan Cruz, Pete Dunne, and Zach Gibson in 11 minutes and 44 when Rampage Brown defeats Nathan Cruz by pinfall with a brainbuster suplex. The return of Rampage Brown at the end of Night 2 of Super Strong Style 16 tournament. Pete Dunne found himself the Origin as his tag partners, a solid choice. Mark Andrews found himself two men that have problems with these guys. Dave Mastiff has a problem with Nathan Cruz and Zach Gibson. Rampage Brown has history with Nathan Cruz. Rampage with a 36, Andrews with a 44, Mastiff with a 42, Gibson with a 58, Pete Dunne with a 54, Nathan Cruz with a 41. Mastiff improving his technical skills. A 52 D+ match to end the show as we finish with a show rating of 52 D+. Very nice. Show increased our popularity in 45 regions. We're going to speak to Ospreay, we'll speak to Callihan, and we'll speak to Mikey Whiplash. We will compliment them on a good performance. They're all pleased, as you would expect. We'll just see what the reaction to our show was. I have a couple of emails. Nathan Cruz's contract is ending soon. Trent Seven and Walter's loans are ending. Got a 0.01 like we have before. A lot of people here upset that they're not being used, but I can't help it really. So you see here that our new signing will be available to start work in a week. I've had to rename him to this just in case something like this happened. So I'm happy that I did that and didn't spoil the surprise. If we look here, feedback has been awesome. The small companies outshone some of the bigger companies' recent efforts. So happy with that show. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, and it was. If we just take a quick look at the history, we got even better than night 1, which I thought was probably the strongest show on paper. I think kind of let down here by maybe having this in the middle. Probably should have had that nearer the end. But night 2, resounding success. Just under 10,000 viewers. Be nice to see if we can. I don't think we'll break it with the next night, with night 3, but hopefully maybe chapter 49, well this is chapter 49, maybe chapter 50 we will be able to break that 10,000 viewer mark. But that's all for now, guys. Thank you for watching this episode. A little bit shorter, I believe. And I will see you Wednesday for night 3. Again, apologies for this episode being a day later. I didn't manage to get it recorded on Saturday to upload it on Sunday, and I was away Saturday, Sunday. So, done it now. It's going up as soon as I record it. I will see you guys on Wednesday for night 3 of Super Strong Style 16. So leave who you think will win in the comments, and I will see you guys soon.